Okay, fellow Nimrods and Alimonians, I'm back here. We're gonna have a little discussion about some stuff coming up. So I thought I'd try and put up some more content today. We're gonna talk a little bit about what I call the bow ties of the 9mm world, the AR world, and that's the 9mm carbine or carbine, whatever you want to call it. Trying a new setup here. I got my Hopies #9, and I got my Rem Oil here. I got my Redneck Music and Yacht Club coloring book. We got some new parts in today. I had a special delivery from CAC Arms, CAC Industries, and they brought a nice little micro slimline flash can today. So that's going to be going on my new AR9 carbine when it comes back from being Cerakoted. Here's the barrel that it's going to go on, right? And we're going to pull off the A2 9mm, put on the CAC, which I'm excited about. I also have my Winchester 100 straight patch, which I'm pretty excited about. We got our little glam here for the gun, and in the mail I also got this, which I'm pretty excited about. This is a very cool AR-15 skeletonized grip. It's all aluminum anodized. It has a nice texturing on the front or on the back strap. Here, it actually feels pretty good. It's a little wider than the standard AR grip. Got it at a pretty good price. Excited about it, so we'll see if that works with the new. Came with the tool, and well, so when we get our gun back from Cerakoting, we'll see if that works. I'm kind of interested to soup it all up into this nice little AR pistol. And you see I got a pile of parts over here. I got the red net, I got the red dot sight, buffer spring. It's very important for an AR9, the heavy buffer. You're going to need that. Got all the lower parts here. I got some trigger parts coming, extra other things, but we'll have to put something together. So pistol caliber carbines have been sort of the hot thing for the last few years, and this is mine. This is AR 9mm, and it's kind of an interesting build. I did it way back, kind of at just the start of you can see it's empty, chamber's empty, no magazine, magazine's empty, so nobody can complain. But I did it way back at the start of sort of the PCC revolution. And this, I started with a lower receiver from CMMG, and it's the MK-9. And it's got a nice low serial number on it, 9mm. But one thing that was interesting is that it was one of the first lowers on the market that was a dedicated 9mm lower. And that made it pretty revolutionary at the time. Now you see them all over the place, and then they came out with the Glock mag. So this predates the Glock mag 9mm lower. If Glock mags were available at the time, I would have definitely bought one. But this was still taking the old Uzi mags, which is really okay because the Uzi mags are actually quite nice. They're more affordable, and the trick is that you can buy Uzi mags, and then if you wanted to, you can see there, you got to make this little cut here, and then you also have to take a Dremel tool and bevel out the back end there for the bolt. But once you do that, you can buy these mags for cheap, and then with a little Dremel tool, a little cutting, a little bit of creativity, and you can make your own. You can make them to fit the Colt 9mm pattern, which this one does, and quite nicely too. They drop free. They're really nice mags. One thing that's interesting is that they're double stack, double feed mag. So your bolt for these has to be designed for that, and that's kind of what made the 9mm AR a little different for people to put together. Oops, I'm gonna on that. There we go. Your bolt has got to be able to do the double feed, double mag, and got to be cut a certain way. And again, it has to be cut a little differently if it's going to take Glock mags, which are a single stack double feed magazine. But this is the older one, and it works just fine. I've never had any problems with it. It's got a weighted back end to extend the dwell time, which you need on a 9mm. This also has what's called a ramped bolt front, which is also preferable for 9mm AR. The ramped bolt has just a little cutout here, which makes it run over the hammer so that you can use a standard AR-15 hammer with it. I have a UTG heavy buffer in the back of this one. Also, to extend that dwell time, the longer dwell time that you have on a 9mm, the better, so you get better performance out of the round. And then I got the long barrel, which is nice, and it has the flashlight, which is super cool. The most interesting part of this build is this upper sight piece. It's a red dot. See if I can show that there. Turn on the red dot. And it's actually, well, it's a green dot, as you can see. It's quite nice. I really do like it. And what it is a Vism NC Star. Vism, and NC Star has a reputation of being pretty cheap. But this mount, it's called the carry handle Vism mount. The whole package, including the green dot sight, sells for about $89, I think, 90 bucks. And it's actually really nice. You have quick detach latches here, so it can come off. And then it has a sight that's a flip up, so it co-witnesses with the red dot sight. And so I have a flip up front sight on there too. So I can very quickly switch over to iron sights, and I have them all sighted in. They co-witness with the front sight really nicely. And it's all designed for you. So you just, clip this on, clamp it in, bolt in your red dot on top, and it takes NC Star Vision red dot. And I haven't had any problems with this whatsoever. It has a laser up here on the top. You can see there's a laser sight on the wall. Rednecks, ooh, gotta get the rednecks. So it's got that incorporated, the green dot, and it has iron sights. Put a flashlight on the front, which is press button activated, and the gun runs like a sewing machine. I've had this gun for about 5 years now since I built it, and I can honestly say I went through a shakeout period where I was adjusting the buffer weights and whatnot, which didn't take very long. I just needed to get a heavy buffer instead of a standard buffer. And then after that, after I got that issue sorted out, which only took me about a box of shells and one buffer, which I should have ordered in the first place, this gun just runs like a sewing machine. I don't think I've had any malfunctions with it once I got the dwell time right. It shoots. It is super, super accurate. At 50 yards, it's putting them inside of a 4-inch circle without even really trying. I have a standard trigger on it, which I think I might change to something a little better. It's just really a neat gun. I called them the bow tie of ARs because 9mm ARs, you either love them or you hate them, just like bow ties. You either really like them or you hate them. And at first, when I first saw some, the old Colt version, I thought, why would somebody want that? Why would somebody want an AR-15 and an underpowered cartridge? And then the more I thought about it, I kind of liked the idea because I lived in a real suburban area, and I thought if I was going to have a personal defense type gun, it would be wise to have it in 9mm because the 223 is just overkill if there are houses nearby. And so I thought a 9mm might be a better, home defense type weapon. And in an AR platform, it was familiar, easy to use. And so that's why I did the 9mm build. And it's quite nice, actually. I really do like it. Anyway, so interest of keeping the video short. That's just my 9mm build. My recommendation is that if you want to build one, get a nice lower And then you can use a lot of standard AR parts, get a buffer. The new Glock lowers and uppers are really nice, and they take the Glock 30 round sticks. This Vism piece here is really nice. If you can get a hold of them, you can go to their website and they can tell you retailers that you can buy them from. But it's just a really fun gun, cheap to shoot, and it was a fun build. So I hope to kind of replicate that with my 9mm pistol here. But that's it. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye.